I have to make a video on this because there's been a lot of discussion about it. And this is a segment on Raw, in case anyone didn't see it, and I'm sure a lot of you didn't see it because, I'll be honest with you, Raw wasn't as fantastic. I've seen bits and pieces to it. I didn't think it was that great, in my opinion. However, one of the segments that I did not like was the Dusty Rhodes segment. For anyone who doesn't know, Goldust and R-Truth and Bayley, okay, Bayley goes in, does the hugging thing, right, whatever, right, but she gives a burr to Goldust, alright. Now, I felt as if they ended it like that, I felt that actually would have been a good segment, because I think it would have, especially at Christmas time, I felt that it would have been great. It would have given recognition to Dusty Rhodes for what he did in NXT. It gives a lot of recognition and stuff like that. However, the club come down, and I want to say this: it isn't Carl Anderson's fault, or it wasn't the club's fault, because they were told to do this and shit like that. But what happened was the Burr was there, right, and it was a heartfelt moment. It's Christmas time, Obviously, it was something that would have been nice to see, right? But then they grab the Burr and rip its head off, all right, and they throw it away. In my opinion, I felt that wasn't very poor taste. This isn't the first time WWE have done this. They have also done it with with Ric Flair's son. They did something along them lines where they are essentially, when a wrestler dies, they do an angle for it. This is my issue with it. And I know a lot of people go, oh, it's not a big deal, Jerry. Stop, doing this and it's not a big deal. This is my issue with it, right? What was the point of it? If you're going to do something like that, right? If you're going to do something like that, then it has to turn into something like a big rivalry, okay? But on the same night, Goldust and R-Truth lose to the club, and they'll probably never face them again, alright? So the question is, why would you do this in the first place? If you're going to do something so damaging, so stupid, in my opinion. There was no need for this segment. I felt as if they did the Bayley thing, passing the Burr to Goldust, that would have been perfect. That would have been perfect. Yes. Is it cheesy? Yes. Is it corny? Yes. But it was Christmas time. It's something where, the kids can enjoy, okay? Right. That would have been fantastic, alright? You did that there. But there was no need for the club, and it's not the club's fault. They're told to do this, okay? They come in, rip the Burr's head off, and then they have a match on Raw, and Goldust and R-Truth lose. At least could you have Goldust and R-Truth winning. Or at least have it, where they don't do anything with it. I don't know why they did this. I really don't, and this is something the WWE does where they go out of their way for, the death of a wrestler, and they absolutely, what they do with it at the end is just fucking shit. It's just a shock factor, really. It's cheap. Very, very cheap and very low class, and I felt that it was in very poor taste, in my opinion. And I felt as if, and I know people say, Jerry, it's not a big deal. It's not. It really is, because it sums up WWE storyline writing at the point where, yes, you have a Burr there, right? Okay, it's just a teddy bear, right? But the problem is with it is that what happened after that? It was just a cheap match on Raw. That's all. So pretty much they did all that for a shitty match on Raw to get Goldust and R-Truth to lose. What would have made sense if you had Goldust and R-Truth winning? That would have made sense. And then you have a rivalry going through there, right? But that being said, I felt that the Dusty Rhodes Teddy Bear thing was very low class. I'm sure Cody might not be happy with it. I'm sure because he's fucking everywhere now with Walk Culture and TNA and Ring of Honor. He's fucking everywhere. But I'm sure he wouldn't be happy with it. I'm sure Goldust wasn't happy with it. But in my opinion, I felt that it was very low class. I didn't think that there was any need for it. Personally, for me, I felt that it disrespected a lot of things that like this WWE for you. You know, like they claim to be this PG show, but then they do something like that, and then the execution of it is shit. Okay, it's the same with the Paige and Charlotte Flair thing. All right, you know, when Paige did that, okay, what's gonna transpire next? Nothing happened. Turns out they did that for the sake of fucking doing it, and you can't do what they did with Goldust and R-Truth for the sake of doing it. You know what I mean? But that even being said, the act of it, I didn't like. I have to be honest, the act of it, I did not like. In my opinion, I didn't like it. I felt it was very low class, I felt it was very disrespectful, and I felt that it was only for a shock factor on Raw. This also is a Christmas show. I don't take Christmas shows on Raw very serious. That's why I haven't done a review. In fact, I don't even do fucking Raw reviews anymore because, like, let's be honest with you. You know, it's not great. Raw's not... It's not great. I'll be honest with you. It's not great at all. What I believe right now is that I felt that segment was very cheap. I felt it was in poor taste, in my opinion. Not only on a storyline value, but also on a personal value. You know what I mean? Like, they could have just done the Bayley Goldust thing. And people saying, oh, you should have done it in the first place. See, the original, her giving the burr, whatever, I felt, it's a heartfelt moment, alright? It's actually something that I felt WWE would have done right. But then the club came, ripped its head off, very cheap, very poor taste, and then they literally have a match on the same night. You know, that's where WWE is at right now, where they're doing this constantly, and the execution of the storyline is garbage. Be a difference if it was going to go somewhere, but they didn't do that. But also, it's a scumbag move, and I feel as if WWE writers should be ashamed of themselves the way they wrote that. In my opinion, I felt that it was a shambles the way they did that. But anyway, guys, I want to hear your opinions in the comment section below. Like I said, there's two major factors in this. One, it wasn't poor taste. Come on. It's a Dusty Rhodes burr and they ripped its head off. Come on. That even being said, the execution of the storyline between Goldust and R-Truth and the club was terrible. So if the execution of that match was terrible, then why did they do that in the first place? Anyway, guys, I'd like to thank you so much for watching. My next video will be up round about soon. I'm actually going to be discussing the Stephanie McMahon CM Punk thing. I'm going to be discussing that. Guys, thank you so much for watching. This is General Jerry on the General Jerry channel. Signing out.